Hello everyone, this is Movie Synthesis here. Today we are here with a very special guest. This is Kenny Basumatary, lovingly known as Kenny Da, all over Assam and otherwise. He's the director of the local Kungfu franchise. He's also directed other films. Today he is here for a very special premiere of local Kungfu 3. And along with that we have also Miss Sarmistha Chakravorty. She started in Jiya, another film that has been directed by Kenny Da. So welcome to the show, sir. So how, we would like to start by just asking how has been the journey from local Kungfu 1 to local Kungfu 3?
It's been a wild ride. When we started local Kungfu 1, we never thought that we would get the kind of public love that we are getting. And Sarmistha was in local Kungfu 2, so she has seen that side of things as well. And local Kungfu 1 was made with a budget of 1 lakh rupees. We used pretty much every relative's house and every relative and friend we could cast. Of course, we auditioned everybody before casting, because if a person doesn't fit a role, then for a joke especially, it's going to kill the joke if the person is not right for the role. So that was local Kungfu 1. It didn't do well at the theatres. We got just 5 days. After 5 days, Ranbir Kapoor's Besharam came and released on a Wednesday instead of a Friday, because of which we got only 5 days in theatres and then all shows were gone. But after that, the film got pirated and it went through so many pen drives and laptops that when I came back to Assam after about 6 months, 8 months or a year gap, not everyone, a lot of people started recognizing me, and I was surprised that so many people had seen the film through piracy. Then after piracy was good, yeah, in that case.
It worked.
And then after that, we decided to make local Kungfu 3 after a gap of 3 years. And Sarmistha, local Kungfu Tour Bikhoye 2.
Local Kungfu Tour Bikhoye. Local Kungfu 2 Kenya cast korile amak.
National level or karne hoy so ingrajite koi dia.
Ha. Local Kungfu Tour Bikhoye kom ki eta. So local Kungfu 2 was of course, it was, the production value was better than local Kungfu 1. The way he wrote the script, it was really surprising for me. Although I was there, I was acting in one role, but I just did my part, so I didn't know about the whole story. Then I wrote the censor script. So you must have seen local Kungfu 2, right? So it was such a complicated story. So when I was writing the censor script, I was like blown away. And I called him, kaise karte ho? How did you do it? So of course it was fun, and we all we are like family. So it has always been very friendly atmosphere, and it was fun, always fun. No load was there. Then he is such a cool and calm guy. I have never seen him scolding anyone. We have never seen. So yeah, it was fun.
There se kyun aaya? Just kidding.
There were so many cult dialogues from local Kungfu, and that became so popular. When I remember the piracy that you talked about, I was in engineering college that time. So yeah, suddenly there is this new revolutionary film that everybody knew about the budget. It was 95,000 to 1 lakh, and then it became so popular, and everyone started saying the dialogues. When we were walking, it was like "Hagi bola gise digire" and all the "Hode" and all that. So
this is one point about local Kungfu 1. Now local Kungfu 3 is released. So it's been how many years? So
more than
11 years. But you still feel the same. Whenever you watch it, it's so rewatchable. You can watch it thousands of times and you feel the same laughter, same fun. It's the same. That's the quality of his films.
So because no one expected, I think even no one expected it to become such a cult that it became later. I think it suddenly became so popular. So when you started local Kungfu, did you think that it will go so big and the populars will get so popular, the dialogues will be it will have such a cult fan following and the franchise will turn, like it will turn into a franchise later. Did you plan on that, or it just happened after the success of the first film?
My only intention with Local Kung Fu 1 was for it to be a showcase. It would be a showcase of this is what we can do. We can do this level of action. We can do this level of comedy. So it would have been a stepping stone to bigger films. But then the way people started showering love on the film, adapting the dialogue and starting using it in their everyday lives, that was completely unexpected, and that reached levels that I had not thought of in my wildest dreams at that point. So it's been a wonderful thing, even though we didn't make any money out of Local Kung Fu, but the amount of love and recognition that it got us, I don't think we would have got it if it had not been pirated.
Of course.
Yeah.
Something good that came out of it.
Yeah, something good that came out of it, yeah. And now, level-wise, everything's gone up. Local Kung Fu 2 was a step up from 1, and 3 is many steps above 2 in terms of many things. Production value, the scale of everything has gone up. For example, if we look at the Gundas, the first Local Kung Fu, the final climactic fight was me versus Dulu and Tansen, the two villains. Local Kung Fu 2 was 2 guys versus a gang of about 8-10 chaps, maybe 12. And then now Local Kung Fu 3 is, we had a total of, I think, almost 50 fighters, I think, spread throughout the film. The final fight is against about 35-36 chaps. And we also have a couple of epic shots in Local Kung Fu 3 in the climactic battle. There's a fight that goes on. No, there are 2 long one shots. So if you count this as 1 beat, or rather a punch as 1 beat, and then a block as 2, a roll as 3, and a counter punch as 4. If you count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, then we have a shot that lasts for 72 beats without cutting. 72. So first I fight 4 guys, camera pans. Montu fights 5 guys, camera pans. Mama fights 3 guys, camera pans. Tansen fights 4 guys, camera pans. Dulu fights 4 guys. And without cutting, this is 72 beats of action. So this is one of our damdar wale shots. Yeah. So yeah, that we've gone up in all departments.
So like really proud of what this film has achieved. Like even for the first film, like it was something never seen before. Everybody was talking about it, like something like that never seen in Assamese cinema. So everybody thought this will be a stepping stone or a landmark film. Like it happened that way. And then with this film now, the scale has gone so up. I could see when I saw the climax, I was like, wow, man. There's something that they see, like they celebrate in South movies or even in Bollywood now. So now this is Assamese movies also doing something like this. Like from one action set piece to another, like the camera, how you said it moved. It was something like really great. I think that's why it's becoming such a successful franchise and such a successful film. So after the success, such a huge success of Local Kung Fu 3 now, so do we expect a Local Kung Fu 4 as well? Because the characters are like so popular. I think no one will ever get tired of seeing them, watching them do whatever they do on screen. So.
Yeah, that's a nice thought to think about. Sometimes I think, okay, Local Kung Fu 3 is the peak. Better retire as a champion than get defeated again and again. So that's one way of thinking about it. But I would probably do another one only when I have a story that I'm really, really excited about, and when there are some things that I really want to say, and when there are some scenes and situations that I think would be really, really funny, and these would definitely work in a film. So only when the pot is overflowing with ideas that need to come out, then I would probably make something like that. But the thought is not bad, like the Fast and the Furious. Yeah, 9, 10 people keep on watching no matter what.
They went to space also too.
I haven't seen that yet.
So
I definitely want to make films in different genres as well. But this is the kind of love that we get, and so many people keep saying they want local Kung Fu 4. So, theek hai, when that time is right, when everything is right, then we'll do it.
So talking about like different genres, you also made a very offbeat film, Jiya, the same year. I saw Jiya, it was such a lovely film. So it was a very different and a very sensitive topics from the action comedies that you do, like including local Utpat as well. So it was very different, like a very different side of the direction that you do. So how was it switching between local Kung Fu and Jiya, because it released around the same time, and you must have been working, thinking about both the films at the same time. So how did you switch between both the films, and how did Jiya come into the picture in between the local Kung Fu franchise? And
This year I was juggling not 2 but 3 films.
yeah, it was acting also.
Oh, that is also there. I directed my first Boro film also, which is an NFDC production, the National Film Development Corporation. They invited applications for Northeastern films. So I sent one of my scripts and they accepted it. So we shot that in September and November of last year. So the post-production of that was going on, the post-production of Jiya was going on, the shooting of Local Kung Fu 3 was going on, and I was juggling between the 3 of them. There were days when I was working on all 3.
Yeah.
Do the subtitles of this, do the sound of this, and then do some publicity work for this. So it's been a hell of a last 2 years. And oh yes, Jiya. How did Jiya come about? The main reason I agreed to do Jiya was that, number one, it was a wonderful story. When I first saw the title, the original title was The Single Mother. I thought it would probably be full of Rona Dhona and tragedy. But the story, the script, when I read it, I found that it was quite uplifting as well. It wasn't all down. There were many beautiful moments in it. And the other thing was that Sarmistha is an incredible actor. She deserves whatever award she's going to get for Jiya. She's done a completely pata-pati performance. And that was the second main reason I agreed to do it, because I knew that there would be some really great acting coming out in this. And the origin story of Jiya...
Yeah, and I forced him. One more reason.
No one can force me to do anything. I love the script, Karne, I did it.
I know. Still.
No, it's a future warning for others.
Yeah. Maybe if it had been some other person, maybe he would have refused it, I don't know. But I forced him since we have been working for so long. And actually that credit goes to him, because I didn't took it seriously, because he casted me in LKF 2. At that time I was not thinking about acting or something. Then he said it's a comic film. So I just went back. So I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot do comedy. Then he said, oh, you can do anything. So that's the thing. Opportunities, anyone can give you opportunity, but the positivity you get, the motivation you get from someone. So I must give credit Kenny about this, because he always motivated me. So I thought about Jiya. So I wanted to do a serious film, one serious character actually. So I was thinking about the single mother subject. Then I told him, and he agreed. And I think he did a great job with the Boro film. Also, I've seen that is also not a action comedy kind of a film. It's a serious film. I think he does really great with those genres, and he should explore more. Comedy बहुत हो गया, और थोड़ा और हाँ और थोड़ा कर ले.
I think the theme that you even in local Kung Fu 3 also, there has been some subtext of some concepts of feminism as well, with the 2 female leads. The actor, I think they are sitting there. You can get so what you put about women should be in the kitchen, and then you teach them.
Elements are there in all
of his films, so it is there. And Jiya, he just took it to a much put a lot of layers to it with the character of Jiya that was played by you. So is this because Assamese progressive cinema, we don't get to see so much, and even if we saw such things before, it was more they were shown in a traditional way only, or it was maybe it's shown in a much louder way, but this was very realistic, this was very subtle. So this is kind of a new kind of Assamese progressive cinema that we got to see with Jiya. So do you want to keep like doing that and explore more, suppose an example, for example, a Bollywood movie like Lapata Ladies, like how they treated the subject, such a strong subject, in such a light-hearted manner. Would you want to do that as well? Like Jiya is a very serious film. Would you want to ever do like a serious subject in a light-hearted manner like that, or even like more subjects like that? Would you want to do that along with the comedy franchise, local franchise that you are doing?
I haven't the example of Lapata Ladies, I still haven't managed to get the time to see it yet, for one. But I definitely want to make films in different genres. That's definitely there. And the things that we take up, the small things that I put out, the small messages that I have in my films, none of them are obvious usually. They're part of the comedy, they're throwaway. That's generally how I put things across. Jiya, of course, dealt with the whole subject on many aspects of one subject of being a single mother. And also, I guess that is my default setting, because my mother is a working woman. She was father, when we were transferred, mother used to be transferred to a different place, father to a different place. So we used to live with mother, and mother used to go to office. She used to take care of home. She used to take care of office also. So that's always been my default setting. I've never seen. It surprises me that women are expected to be submissive or stay at home, because all my life I've seen women working. So the opposite of it surprises me. So which is why that's always been a part of my films, I guess.
So yeah, even the same. I think I also like Jiya so much because my mom has been a working woman all her life. So at the ending also, like I would really like the ending, because I don't want to spoil it for whoever has not seen. I was expecting it will be like another. I was like it will be a bit cliche if that happens, but then something else happened, and I was really happy that the ending was like that. So it was something very new and unexpected, and yeah, I think it will pave the way for more Assamese progressive cinema with more such themes. So
Yes. You first.
Actually, we didn't want to put any masala to it. We just wanted it to be as raw as it is. Usually, whatever happens in life, it's like straightforward, simple film.
Not like
It's
a happy
not sort of. It's like ऐसा ही होना पड़ेगा. It has to be like that. The ending has to be like that. We didn't think about that.
it was a very practical, very reasonable ending. It was not something like happy ending was like people are.
No, we actually shot an alternative happy ending.
Okay.
We actually shot it. And because my thing is that people go to watch movies in order to see a fulfillment of what they can't have in real life. That's what most movies are for. You see the hero take on all the corruption in society and win in the end. That's what you go to movies for. So in Jiya also, I thought we should do the same thing. Even though real life might not be like that, let us give the audience of Jiya a happy ending. Yeah. So we shot it, but then afterwards she thought maybe not, because that would negate everything else, all the other thoughts that we have in the film. So we talked about it quite a lot. Ye kare, wo kare, ye kare, wo kare. And then finally we had inputs from other people also, and pretty much all of them said the same thing.
Everyone said the same.
Let's go with the real ending that is true to life. And I'm glad that we did it ultimately.
Yeah, because I also felt that if the ending would have been happy in that case, in that context of the story, then again how strong the character was shown, how she was taking a stand for herself in the society, it would again be like she became a little submissive towards the end, like just to like ठीक है क्या बोलेगा society फिर से वो सोच के it will be a happy ending. People will be happy कि हाँ she has gone through so much. She deserves something happy. She deserves something happy now. She has gone through so much, and the way you acted it out, you really feel that yeah, she has really gone through a lot. She has been going through a lot in her day-to-day life. So last में आते ही तो उसको कुछ खुश कर दो last में. But then again, when that happened, I think still there is a sense of satisfaction कि yeah, she again stood by what she did throughout the whole movie, what she is in person. So it was really good to see that. So if you were like, do you want to share something more about your experience in Jiya? Or I know if any other like out next, what do you want to do in next?
The last scene, the scene where she breaks down, that we shot what? We shot just 2 takes, 1 angle each, 2 magnifications, and I knew that she would do a fantastic job with that. So we had everything rehearsed, and then that kind of scene you cannot do too many retakes of. So it takes a toll, yeah. And she did a great job with that. And that scene, while it was being shot, I think I might have shed a tear in that. It was so wonderfully emotional, and the love from the audience, that is, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that is something. That is something I should mention. Like when we saw the audience's reactions, though some of the ladies, they came and like showed us, see, tears. Oh, it was so nice. Then people came and hugged us. The reaction, it was priceless. So
I think the ending was very hard. You feel happy and you feel sad. It's like a mix of emotions.
A film should make you feel something. People like it when films make them feel. Either you feel like laughing a lot, you feel like crying a lot. As long as something, they should feel something. That's what I feel.
Lastly, I would want to say, like, you are also very popular in Bollywood. Like, you have done a lot of popular Bollywood. Like, just leaving everything. I think Jawan was so popular. Like, here also people, when you came on screen, people started shouting because people knew Canada. Yeah, like people were shouting. Like, I was watching it in Anuradha first day for sure. Like, there were a lot of cheering throughout Jawan, and then when he came, I was like Canada, everyone was. So like do you have anything more projects coming up in Bollywood as well in the coming future?
I've got small roles in Brown, starring Karishma Kapoor. I have 2 scenes in it. Both were with her, so I did it. I have 2.5 scenes in Patal Lok season 2. 2.5. Yeah, 2 are proper scenes and 1 is a phone call, so that's half. On the other half is Tilotama Shom.
okay, I like her.
Yeah, she's very good. And I have a bit of a bigger role in Pan Parda Zarda by the director of Mirzapur. Yeah.
Okay then. It's a really nice interaction. I have been looking forward to do this in Jiya. I think I was trying to get in touch with you, but it was really nice that you both gave some time to this. I'll look forward to do this again properly with you guys. A longer version, more detailed version of an analysis of Jiya and everything else that you have done. So thank you both. Thank you for giving this time, and best of luck again for local Kungfu tree. It's going to grow. I think keep on getting bigger. So yeah, hope to see you soon. Yeah, thanks a lot.